Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm MiniShow, the show of all shows, and welcome to Game 4. And if you guys have not seen the other matches from this game, which is against, or it's actually the championship series against Polt, and Stephano. And if you guys haven't checked them out, please go check them out. I'll link them on the top for you guys to go watch. And this whole series is just a best of 5 series, so whoever wins the 3... or whatever, it's the first to 3 wins the whole match. And this is just really exciting. You got the red player, TSL Polt, one of the great Terran players, and as well for the Zerg player is Millennium Stephano. He is really good, and I've been seeing so many casts for him, and I'm just really excited just to even mention his name in any sentence because he's such a Starcraft 2 god, as I would like to call it. And if you haven't seen anything, Polt is winning the series 2-1. So Polt, if he can pull this one out in this game, he can be the championship of this tournament. I forgot what tournament it was. Correct me if you will, if you put in the comments below. But this is just really exciting, and a little bit of pressure is being put on. I hope you guys are really enjoying my cast, as it's just really fun for me just to even talk about StarCraft 2, and I've just been a huge fan of watching casters do this. And even though I am not that good, I call myself terrible at this game, and I would thank you guys for watching any of my videos. I really don't think I'm that good at commentating, but I am getting a lot better and usually learning from my experiences. For some reason, I just really find it fun commentating over gameplay, and it's really fun just doing casts of this StarCraft 2. And right now, Stephano's doing another hatchery, second hatchery early, right about at the 2:30 mark, which is quite early. Looks like he's going to be bringing a lot of economy in the beginning minutes of this game. And hopefully this is another long one, because I love these long haul games. I hate the games that are just 1 and 6 minutes. And eventually I will be doing some of those exactly like that. And I don't know if you guys will like that or not. But Orbital Command is coming up for Polt, and that is a very good idea. And it looks like Polt is going to find out that Stephano has a second base being put up right now. And so that is very important for Polt's sake to know that Stephano is building a fast expansion. And it looks like the pressure is going to be put on quite fast, and that spawning pool is going to be put up very soon. So it looks like the Zerglings are going to be coming out quite fast, and this may not be a good idea. And so Polt is building 2. Oh my gosh, he's building 2 refineries right now, so he's going to get a lot of gas early on. He may go for a factory build, which I wouldn't be surprised if he changed up his game, because last game he did Medevacs, Marauders, and Marines, but mostly did Marines, and the Marines just basically did so much work. Stephano's forces just had no chance of surviving anything of any sort, and I just think that's really funny that this would happen. And it looks like Stephano's going to bring in a couple early units just to put on just somewhat of a little pressure, and it's just a really good idea just to do so. And Polt's coming out with a couple more Marines from his barracks, and let's see what it looks like. Stephano's oh my gosh, researching early metabolic boost, so his Zerglings are going to move a lot faster, or just basically all his units are going to be moving faster. And it looks like Stephano may be taking a 3rd hatchery fairly soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he does so, just to pump out an economy that's just good. And we'll see eventually when he does so. And looks like he just spent some units and created some. And it looks like Polt is actually going to come up with another command center as well. Well, I actually haven't said that Stephano's made one, but it looks like Polt's going to go early minerals and gas quick and efficiently. And that Zergling is basically just going to be just dominated. And the production right now looks like 2 Hellions are going to be made right now, so it looks like those will be putting on some really early pressure, and that's very important for Polt, just to keep pressure on the Zerg player, because if the Zerg player is given any room just to even maneuver or keep him at his base, Polt's eventually just going to lose and just not be able to do anything about it. And so these 2 early Hellions are just going to go out, and they're basically just going to go scout and see what Stephano is doing. This is really exciting because I love seeing the early pressure in this game. This little Zergling knows he's going to die, so he flees for his dear life. And it looks like Polt is coming out with 2 more Hellions, so they'll be arriving quite shortly. And this Zergling had no chance. It is fire and the flames. And it looks like these 2 Hellions are going to come in, regroup with the other 2. And it looks like this is going to be quite an early pressure. A nice little spine crawl is going to be put up for defense, and it looks like that's going to be a good idea. Polt is looking for Stephano's 3rd base, if he even has one, and he sees that he does not. So that is good news for Polt. He is probably thinking and smiling and saying, "Yes, my precious," that Stephano only has 2 bases at the moment, while he is going to be finishing up on his 3rd, which is going to be sent down right here. And the early pressure is going to be taken and made. This queen spawning creep tumors, which is a great idea, and eventually there'll be scans coming out just to even kill those, and hopefully. And it looks like Stephano got away with that creep tumor. He couldn't really do anything about it, and it looks like he also canceled that one, which was, I don't know if that was a good idea, because I don't think Polt would have been able to do too much damage. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to yawn. I'm just really tired. I'm sorry about that. I would pause it, but I don't think that's a good idea to even pause a gameplay when I have to commentate. And it looks like, Spire's coming out, so we may see some Mutalisks being utilized in this matchup. And the Spine Crawler is moving out a little bit farther just to protect even farther. And this is just nice little positioning that Stephano is putting onto Polt. It is a little bit annoying that Polt has these these 4 Hellions just doing a little bit of work. And nice that Polt is actually increasing his armor level and weapons level for his Marines and ground units. So it looks like he's going to put some really great pressure onto Stephano, and that's going to be bad news if Stephano does not do anything quick. And right now, all these Zerglings or Banelings are just going to go out and basically just take out these 4 Hellions if they're given enough time. And these Banelings are just chugging away. It looks like, and all of them just got taken out. Banelings are a very good idea to have basically all the time, or to at least have some at your disposal. It is just important just to even have any of those. And right now, it looks like a barricaded wall of supply depots are just there. And I have to yawn again. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm sorry about that. But Stephano's air units are getting a level attack increase, which is going to be pretty cool. We haven't seen any really air attacks yet in this match, or in any of these matches that I've casted. And it's quite exciting just to see that. And we'll see some Mutalisks, nice, being taken in advantage. It looks like they're probably going to do tons of damage. And this may be... I had a burp right there. This may be bad news for Polt. It looks like all of his SCVs in his main are going to take a lot of damage. And it looks like not too many workers were killed. We'll check it out. About 7, 8. It's not that bad. Some Marines are going to come out and just kind of patrol. But nice job from Stephano just to bring in a little bit of pressure. And nice. Polt's 3rd base is basically going to be not harvested at all. And the Marines are doing a good job at protecting. But I don't think he'll do that much. The Mutalisks are just going to do so much damage that this orbital command is probably going to be taken out. And it's a good idea for Stephano to take it out so he can have an edge on Polt. And we'll see. And he barely gets away with his orbital command. The SCV is working hardly just to repair it. And at the same time, Stephano is coming up with a 3rd hatchery coming up right now, and a 4th one is also going to be finishing on its way as well. So Stephano's just trying to build up his reinforcements, and this may work out quite well for him. Polt, a little bit worried that he was going to lose his orbital command, but it is going to come back to life. And nice idea, put a missile turret there just to make sure if the Mutalisks do come back that not too much damage will be given. And so these Mutalisks, they basically take up minerals and gas, and they are sometimes quite expensive. And they also are they take 2 spots for your like inventory of all your characters, so out of 200. So that's quite a lot for flying units. And it looks like these mutalisks are going to do quite minimal damage. It's not that bad. But at the same time, I think he should attack at least... Ooh, nice little siege tanks being set up just to block off this area, which could be bad news. Stephano's going to just try and put a little bit more pressure. I'm sorry if I keep saying a little bit more pressure. I really don't know what else to say, because this is basically what it is in any game or any basketball sport, any sport like baseball, basketball, football. There's pressure. There's things called pressure, and like everything utilizes it basically. And sorry if I say basically, because I don't know, it's just a terrible word to use, and I just for some reason just use it all the time. And it looks like Stephano's just building up a few more units, and these units are probably going to go backdoor. And I wouldn't be surprised. Why can't I put them on the edge of the map? I don't know. I can't see. And this looks like these missile turrets are just going to be taken out. Nice job by Stephano just to even just stop them from even attacking. And it looks like those SCVs are going to not die at all. A few of them are going to die. It looks like the barracks are going to be targeted first, because that's what Polt's been mainly doing. And it looks like the reactors are just going to be put up again, because that's really no problem for Polt to even do. And nice, Polt is upgrading his infantry once again, so he's going to be 3-3, fully maxed out to the limit. And that could be some bad news for Stephano himself. And if he doesn't do anything quick, it might be too late. And it looks like everything's being level 2 upgraded for Stephano, which is also a good kind of counter. And look at all these banelings and wow, and zerglings. Just a lot of units. There's about 100 of them in total, 104. These mutalisks are basically just going to try and take out this refinery. If it could, that would be a good idea, just to stop slow production of gas. And the mutalisks are just doing a great job. It looks like Polt is going to be just moving his forces a little bit forward. And it's nice, just take over map control, because that's basically how you play this game, is you need map control. And Polt is going to be into a significant surprise if he doesn't hold back his forces, because these ones are going to kind of taunt Polt's forces, and then eventually these are just going to... Oh my gosh, could not be a good engagement for Polt. It looks like these Marines are just going to be taken out. He better pick them up with his medevacs. These tanks are just going to be basically taken out just like that, because they can't shoot down air support, or they might be able to. I forgot if they are. But Stephano is being very wise, and nice job just leaving some of his units just like down. And it looks like these units are just going to get surrounded. It looks like Stephano's just going to take all of Polt's forces out. This does not look good for him. And it looks like he lost almost all of his units on that one. Great job by Stephano just to even surround all these characters. And it looks like this command center... I don't know why this command center is even being built right there. It looks like that's going to just go down quick. And nice job by Stephano just to keep on the pressure. And it looks like Polt is still bringing out more and more Marines. He's got Thors coming out left and right. And nice job by these mutalisks just to go home and just put a little bit of pressure. And nice! I forgot at the same time, Stephano didn't even use all of his units. And so it looks like that Thor is just going to be taken out just like that. And this is just great job by Stephano just to surround everything. And it looks like he's going to try and push just a little bit farther in. And it looks like those Zerglings are going to be taken out. The mutalisks are just doing a great job at just stopping everything. And missile turrets are done. And it looks like this orbital command center is just going to be taken out. And it's goodbye to the orbital command center. And looks like that factory is not going to be harmed that much. So that's a very good job. Stephano is doing a great job in managing his unit count for Banelings and Zerglings. And that Marine just didn't have any chance. And if Stephano wants to win it, he better go and just dominate. And it looks like those SCVs probably coming back at an I can't even use that word, inopportune moment. And finally the mutalisks mostly get taken out. There's about 7 of them left, which isn't that bad, but it's still advantageous for Stephano to have superiority over there, and I may have to yawn again. I'm so sorry. I'm back. Here we go. So Stephano's basically, he's doing a very good job on his economy. Is basically he's just getting so much gas and so much minerals that he's able just to outproduce Polt as of right now. And Polt's barely keeping it alive. He's got his units fully ranked up with 3-3, and nice little bangling push. It just pretty much took out like 20 Marines, which was not good for Polt, because Polt needs all the infantry that he can get. And scanner sweeps are going down just to see if there's any creep tumors or any units in that area. And it looks like Polt is just going to be moving out just quite a little bit, but not that much. And it looks like Polt is going to go see and find that this hatchery, or Stephano's 5th hatchery, is coming up, and it looks like that was just an unsuccessful push by Polt. Lost a lot of units on that, and Stephano can afford to lose Zerglings because they are just basically cost nothing. They cost 50 minerals, and 50 minerals in this game is quite easy to obtain in like 2 seconds because there's so many bases coming out. And Polt really has to worry about his positioning, because if he pushes too far, his tanks won't be in range to be able to even attack. But it is good that he does have ranged attacks with his siege tanks, because siege tanks are quite important. And it looks like another hatchery is going to be... Oh, if he can take out this hatchery, that is good news for Polt. Because if he can do that, that is just going to slow down Stephano by slightly, but not that much. And it looks like there's just a nice little engagement. Scan sweeps are going down again. There's spine crawler that's going to be taken out quite easily by the siege tanks. And I love siege tanks for some reason. I don't understand how to use them yet, because I'm still having a hard time just like, I don't know, setting it up. And it looks like this hatchery is going to be taken out, and I'm pretty sure that all these units, these probes, are going to be taken out. At the same time, Stephano's trying to do some damage with his corruptors and mutalisks and zerglings, and the scanner sweep goes down, and it looks like, I don't think Polt's going to see this army of reinforcements just right here, just waiting to attack. I'm sorry, I'm getting so excited. Sorry, my voice is just freaking out, because I think these units are just going to take over what's going to come to be right now. And nice set of like 7, 8. Oh, nice little fungal growths are going out just to slow down Polt's units. And oh my gosh, he's got brood lords coming out, so it looks like these brood lords are going to do so much damage. These tanks have nothing against these brood lords, and this may be a good game, in my opinion. It looks like Polt just needs to hold out just a little bit longer, and he could possibly turn the tides, but the pressure is being put so well. But Polt has so many units in here, and these units do cost a lot. These tanks do take up a ton of resources to make, and they take forever to make as well. And it's just a good job by Polt just to keep them alive and push. And that queen just got pulverized. And it looks like Stephano is going to quit that one. And that's it for this match. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment, read, subscribe. Thank you.